Hello, everybody. Welcome back to an episode of Trails Beyond the Horizon. In the last part, we headed off into the ruined city hall. We saved the citizens that got stuck in there. And we reached the very end where we confronted X and the vestiges who got unmasked. Of course, this fucking Melchior's back. God damn it. And dropped some pretty heavy shit on us in terms of what's going on. We need to continue, see what happens next. The Autobahn.
道路交通情報です。現在、首都アンカービルおよびラングポート間のアウトバーンは上下線ともに比較的空いています。ですが、本日午後1時に予定されているロケット打ち上げの影響で、首都ロンライ間の下り線では50セルジの渋滞が発生しています。渋滞は今後も拡大する可能性があり、夕方以降は上り線での渋滞も予想されるため、共和国東部に向かわれる方はご注意ください。
続きまして、本日実施が予定されている共和国軍の総合模擬演習についての続報です。大統領府によれば、スターテイカー計画とも連動しており、万が一打ち上げが失敗に終わった時の落下物への迅速な対応なども視野に入れて、
打ち上げまで3時間弱。いよいよ空軍陸軍も動き始めたみたいね。はい、もはや総合模擬演習も額面通りには受け取れなさそうですが。カトルさん、ジュディスさんも
あんな話を聞かされちゃ思いつ
とにかく今は急ぐしかあるまい。警部殿の計らいには感謝せねばな。
ええ、これで制限速度以上でアウトバーンを南下できそうです。なんとか11時過ぎくらいに首都に戻らねえとな。
Earlier in Anchorville, with the city hall restored, normalcy, Nirvana and company pulled out before reuniting with Chloe to Swan and the Bracers. You're saying Almana's former executive Melchior still lives then? So much of those reports of him digging his own grave during that strange phenomenon in the capital last year. There's no telling how, but by some trick or another, that bottom dweller madman is back. He's not the only dangerous individual at large, either. Nevertheless, chances are either they've withdrawn from the city by now. That's just one of several reasons we gotta make it back to Edith on the double. We were hoping the cops and Gil could handle the cleanup here. Maybe even stand guard to be safe. So be it. If you're in that much of a hurry, then get going. My man and I will join the local police to handle whatever may crop up. Same goes on our end. If anything does happen, we got the place covered. You just be careful on the way out there, okay, Elaine? I will. Thank you, Alvis. We're counting you on to hold down the fort. If you don't have to leave right this second, mind waiting about 10 minutes or so? I have a little something to lend you. Huh? I wonder what it could be. 10 minutes should be all about what we need, though, right? Yeah, no doubt. So, back to what we mentioned earlier. The words Melchior lurked with us.
こっちにも顔を出してた剣戦に初代猫さんなんかは同志らしいよ。そうそう、君の助手1号エプスタイン博士のひ孫も同じなの。
話してくれるわよね、ママ。ええ、とはいえお母さんの事情だから私もまた聞きや想像レベルの話にはなるけど、ハミルトン博士、そしてアニエスさんのおばあ様と親しかったのは間違いないわね。60年近く前、お母さんは首都で孤児暮らしをしていた。当時は治安も悪く、12歳だった彼女はスリや空き巣なんかを繰り返していて、そんな中ある人の家に忍び込んだらしいの。その人こそが シーナ・ディルク。当時70歳を過ぎて政界からもとっくに引退していた民主革命の英雄。彼女が弾いていたピアノのメロディーにお母さんは引き込まれ、盗みも忘れ、いろいろあった結果、二人は随分年の離れた親しい友人同士になったらしいわ。お母さんのもう一つの顔、シャンソン歌手もシーナさんから手ほどきを受けたみたいね。
Not long after Professor Epson moved from Le Mans State at the Republican government's invitation, they had brought him to design Tryon Tower, which during the time he stayed at Sheena's residence. In order to select and survey potential locations for the tower's construction, he had my mother, who was familiar with the capital, act as his guide. Shortly thereafter, his disciple Latoya and foster daughter Lilia also came in to join the Republic. Though this threw my mother off at first, she and the girls soon took to one another, and before long, a site for the tower was decided. As a reward for her help, Professor Epstein gifted my mother the Phantanox compact. If I had to guess, that little transformation tool may have been created using the same technology he used to work on the Genesis. That's not the reason it reacts to them every now and again. In any case, my mother accepted that compact despite her hesitation and kicked off our family tradition of working double lives. As for Latoya, Lily, and the Professor, they continued to keep in touch even after returning to Le Mans State. 2 years later, however, word of Professor Epstein's death suddenly reached Sheena and my mother. My mother then took a horse-drawn carriage to Le Mans and reunited with Lily and Latoya.
博士亡き後の混乱の最中、
Why was that shit not voiced?
ラトーヤさん、そしてリリアさん自身に頼まれ、お母さんは秘密裏にリリアさんを共和国に連れ帰った。リリアさんはシーナさんの家に引き取られ、名字も変えて数年ほど過ごすのだけど、シーナさんが80歳で逝去された折、お母さんの助けも借りて18歳で独立し、一人で生きていくこととなった。その後、リリアさんが46歳で亡くなるまで、彼女とお母さんは親友同士であり続けたそうね。そしてそこに唯一真実を知る三皇帝の一人、ラトーヤ・ハミルトン博士も加わったのでしょう。
So that's how it went. And the origins compact, too. Safe to say Dominique really does have a connection to Gran, then. Not just her, but also Agnes' grandmother, taken before her time. Theirs was a bond of camaraderie spun around for the days of the World Revolution. Yeah, it's those very same threads that wove a secret pact concerning the 8 pieces of the Professor's legacy. Thus, we spread far and wide, with even one passed along to the tyrant in Langport 40 years ago. Granted, I haven't included as the extent of either woman's involvement in the hows of that process. But I wanted to follow that those replicas that Madam and Professor created were also created by Grimcat I. That's... Watch it, old man. You can't just toss out old wild guesses like they're fact. Fortunately, no matter how ill its messenger's intent, the question does bear confronting. Well, what's Grimcat II thing? I can't say anything definitively. Though it is true that she journeyed across Calvar and the rest of Zemuria after hanging up her whip. Her fiery passion for the arts, whether as an acting coach, producer, or otherwise, was surely genuine, of course. I can't deny the sense of urgency she gave off, as if she were on a mission of grave importance driving her. Therein may lie her true motive for accompanying Agnes to the capital. Depending on the context, may also relate to the supposed lie Agnes told. That could easily have been more of Melchior's arbitrary ravings. Actually, 3 nights ago I saw a girl walk into Tryon Tower, blonde with a school uniform on. So that's what you were staring at. It was crowded, so I couldn't be positive, but it had to be her. For some reason, Agnes went into the tower even though it was closing early for maintenance. When I asked her about it the next day, she acted completely clueless. And now that I think about it, your grandma mentioned having someone to meet later that night, didn't she? I'm on like a steel trap, this one. Grandma's putting a ring in them up at her house in Basel that night. but with the latest communication technology, you can hold a conversation no different from being in person. It may be, then, that Miss Claudel, the eldest Miss Lannister, and Professor Hamilton were in discussions at the time. I don't get it. Even if they were, what could they be talking about? Well, that's what we need to hurry back to the capital and find out. Boss is July 12th, the day she turned 17. Oh. Wouldn't want all the Yume's birthday party hyped to go to waste, right? Yeah, if she can make it happen today, then so much better. I thought she was turning 18.
そうなさい。東大としても、あの人の孫としても。
よかった、まだいたな。いいものを持ってきてやったぞ。おお、それはもしや。
マジで助かるぜ。そんじゃ、そろそろ向かうぞ。
We're out of here. You guys aren't going very fast, I'll tell you that much.
俺たちは連中の置き土産がないか確かめてからジョルダーノに首都まで送ってもらうつもりだ。
ベルモッティさんに詳細は伝えておくから、アニエスのことはよろしくね。
ま、昼一の診察が終わったら一応俺も乗せてもらうつもりだぜ。そろそろ借金取りに嗅ぎつけられ、じゃなくてお前らを手伝うためにな。
まだ混乱してますけど、大切な用事で首都に戻るんですよね。どうかお気をつけて。リゼットさん、今度一緒に遊ぼうね。
あのクソ親父はどうでもいいとして、破壊の野郎がこれ以上首を突っ込もうとしねえのは意外だったが。
うん、そうだね。
ま、あいつの顔も確かめたし、今回のところはこの程度にしておくさ。4SPG の報酬代わりじゃねえが、あの連中が裏をかきやがった場合に備えて、今日くらいはこの周辺で備えといてやるよ。
なんだかんだ古巣の木馬団から引っかかってたのも確かなんだろう。他の執行者も動かせるみたいだし、せいぜい連中に備えといてもらうさ。その意味でお前さんがついてきてくれるとは思わなかったが。
別にイクスがあの町から撤退したってのは確信できたから、私の依頼で出張してもらったのもある。一応借りは返させてもらうよ。
ああ、そんじゃ遠慮なくだ。
やっぱり律儀な子ね。
No, I could see Yor becoming, going the straight and narrow. I think I said this before.
大歓迎です。
そうだね。今はとにかくアニエスさんとレンさんが優先だし。ダメだ。二人の財波端末がネットワークから完全隔離されている。やっぱりどこか制限された特殊な環境にいるとしか思えない。
そうか。
おばあちゃんも同じくね。それはそうとカトル君。
ばあさんの方はいいのかよ。
うん。あのケビンさんに狙われているっていうのはさすがにショックだったけど、いろいろな意味で味方もいるみたいだし、スウィンさんたちも何か考えていると思う。まあその味方っていうのにあんな奴もいるのはともかくとして。
カトルさん、
司祭はわかるまい。直接お主が訪ねてみるまではな。
うん、僕もそう思います。多分 打ち上げが終わった後ならなんとか連絡が取れるんじゃないかと思う。ヤンニーとエレネーも動けるだろうし、今は僕なりの裏解決屋の流儀を貫くだけさ。
生言いやがって。
その時はぜひお手伝いさせてください。
ああ、元よりあの人のことだ。事情があるのは間違いねえだろうしな。まずは何か知ってるかもしれねえ。アニエスとばあさんと話すところからだろ。
はい、もちろんです。ねえ、今度ばかりは私の方がおばあちゃんを問い詰めてやるんだから。
ベルモッティさんも先行してくれているし、きっと手がかりは見つかると思うわ。
The finale, the end, and the beginning. Oh boy. We're in the end game now. Mm.
ジャックちゃんたちから聞いたけど、予想の斜め上な状況になってるみたいね。とりあえず昨日の深夜、アニエスちゃんたちを乗せていたリムジンについては確認できたわ。バンタイユ地区の大統領府に入ってから結局それっきりみたいだけど。
You see, though we're already aware that Agnes is intended to spend the night there. Yeah, Renee told us that much. Still, it'd be odd for Ren and Dominique to stay too, wouldn't it? There's also the fact that we can't get a hold of either of them. I hate to suggest it, but is it maybe possible they're all being kept under house arrest? I have to say bet, especially when the presidential office has a classified manhunt out on the professor. Dominique is indeed a cohort of hers, whereas Agnes may be collaborating in some way we yet to fathom. Then on the flip side, Ren's only being held captive because she got caught on the crossfire, right? That is a distinct possibility, yes. Maybe that they are sequestered in separate parts of their presidential office, among other alternatives. At any rate, they're probably in rooms with all devices and zero network connections. This is number 15 we're talking about, the legendary Kitty. If she has been declawed, then that says it all.
警部からアンカービルの事件が収束したみたいな話は聞いたけど、お前らに協力してやれなんて言われて繋いだら、そんな極秘事項に関わる話だったなんて。
Sorry about that, Nate. Still want to throw us a bone, though? After all, we got a part-timer and some associates who are likely being illegally detained. And up against us ain't just a Sayedi analyst. It's Renee Kincaid, the president's aide, the sordid side. We have to have every card we can play it up our sleeves, be they bracers, informants, or even the fuzz. Vaughn. Please, detective. We'd really appreciate it. Fine, fine. Only because it's Agnes, though. I mean, sure, this is the first I've heard about her being President Gramhart's daughter. But at the end of the day, she and the rest of you have had our backs who knows how many times now. Glad to hear it. This is your chance to earn some macho cred. Maybe relight that spark between you and your girl. Hey, who asked you? We're plenty head over heels for each other already, thank you very much.
正直なところ、僕も警部と同じく CID のやり方には納得できない。宇宙計画に裏の狙いなんてあって、国民や僕たち一般警察にも黙っていて、挙句の果てに娘さんとはいえ、一般市民を軟禁しているのだとしたら、すぐに戻ってこられない警部に代わって、ちょっとくらいなら手伝わせてもらうさ。って合法の範囲でだからな。僕だって警察をクビになりたくないし。
Yeah, we hear you. Seriously though, this makes a real difference. Well, no, that's subtle, but we might want to arrange a little meetup. Which reminds me, Ren may have been a no-go, but I did happen to get in touch with her fellow student council members. Apparently they've been mounting their own search. Mind if I extend the invitation to them since you're in the same boat? Always the bridge over troubled waters. Go for it. Guess it's only natural that Albert and Odette would be sorry sick. Ren's really toughened them up, though, hasn't she? Having them on our side should let us breathe easier. Oh, and while we're at it, why don't I call Risha and Nina too? I wouldn't recommend that. Huh? Oh yeah, Risha's busy with the Heyu stuff, isn't she? As for Nina, I don't think Laveau is playing today. Speaking of Heyu, about that intel on them and Mark we discussed. Right, old man Gein's into the story, but I can probably get a beat on Ashen. Incidentally, Mirabelle arrived at the capital's garrison approximately 2 hours earlier than our company's high-speed airship. By Nina, she means Nina Fenley, right? The one who revealed herself to be some special saint? Already in the loop, huh? But yeah, 10 to 1 says she's on the move over on that end. All guild members A rank and above have been notified, by the way. Or so I was told by the Guildmaster Evans when we arrived to assist the Edith branch last night. Evans. The guy says it's crazy strong? Ah yes, the eminent S-Rank Bracer who binds the Guild's Le Mans headquarters and cross-continental branches together. Doubtless he is a remarkable individual indeed, being cast as his senior. Must be, even if you're talking about, Master. Not that I haven't heard rumors myself. Man, could we use an old hand like that in our corner? Guy's basically a walking game breaker. That might prove difficult. As dependable as he is, there's quite a lot of rest on his shoulders. One in his position can't directly oppose the presidential administration, hence why Zin and I are at your service. The both of us facing off with Renee? You better have Belial jump at that. Just what's going on between these two? He seemed awfully chummy back at Nemeth Island, too. They're gonna fuck up Renee? I mean, the guy deserves it for giving us the cold shoulder this entire fucking game. Albert, Odette, thanks for coming. Of course, it's looking like you had business with us either way.
もちろんだ。まさかあんたたちの方も急遽戻ってくるとは思わなかったけどな。
昨夜遅く、アニエスとレン先輩から首都に戻ったっていうメールがあったんです。でも今朝になって2人と全然連絡がつかなくて心配になっちゃって。
And then, around half an hour ago, Ren sent out another orb mail, this time with a video attached. It also said the stuff that on it made it sound like she already knew we'd be here.
ああ、とにかく見てくれ。
です。シャオンシャード制御下でも大丈夫そうね。うん、これでよしと。ごめんなさい、オデット、アルベール君。直接バンさんに送ろうとしたんだけど、首都周辺のメイン回線が封鎖されちゃって、ラン経由の迂回ルートで送らせてもらったわ。できればこの動画をバンさんたちに届けてちょうだい。多分とりあえず8区のモンマルトに行ってみて。そうそう、例の情報屋さんのアドレスも教えるわ。
Hold the phone. She had us pegged every step of the way. As expected, Miss Bright, we would be hard-pressed to find some more dependable. Yeah, she may give us a fuller grasp of the situation.
私は今、大統領府の一角で軟禁されているわ。端末も取り上げられてネットもない部屋だけど、監視カメラだけはあってね。ちょっとした裏技で乗っ取った上で、こうしてメッセージを送らせてもらってるの。手荒な真似はされてないから安心して。今朝の朝食も豪華なメニューが出たしね。多分午後のロケット発射が終了すればとっとと解放するつもりなんでしょう。ごめんなさい。昨夜のうちにアニエスとドミニクさんとは引き離されたわ。どうやらお父さんと話したみたいだけど、建物内の監視カメラからは確認できなかった。ちなみにジュディスさんには悪いけど、ドミニクさんには間違いなく何かありそうね。キンケイドさんとも不穏なやり取りをしてたし、ハミルトン博士と関係があるんじゃないかしら。あと、白いレプリカは博士が手がけたみたいね。私も混乱してるけど、カトル君もしっかりね。 で、本題なんだけど、アニエスは離れた場所には連れて行かれていないと思う。そもそも大統領も首都を離れる予定はないし、どこかで計画を見届けてるんじゃないかしら。この大統領府じゃないとすると与党本部？それとも以前訪れたことのある首都駐屯地とか？いいえ、違うわね。そんな場所とは比較にならない機密エリアであるはずよ。例えば国家元首の公邸からすぐアクセスできる大量破壊兵器に攻撃されてもしのげるような場所。そう、あるかどうかわからないけど、例えばこの大統領府のあまり長時間はごまかせなさそうだし、このくらいで。それじゃ待ってるわ。そうそう、お誕生日会の段取りとアニエスへのプレゼントも忘れないでね。
Did I just walk straight into a giant prank, or... Nah, she's just a big old cheater. Huh. One you'd be looking up to if she were still in the society. What really gets me is the way she even caught on the Grammy and the professor's deals. At any rate, this gives us a lead on where Agnes is being held. Indeed, might we assume that the presidential office has some form of shelter beneath it? Well, that makes sense that they wanted to protect the president from a WMD. We're on the right track, Bermonti. I should say so. The property underwent a large scale expansion directly after the current administration took office. Work supposed to continue on the way through spring, integrating tunnels below multiple other districts along the way. Murmurings went around about what they had built was a massive subterranean bunker. One that could withstand, say, a blast of light from the Retributor Tower or a direct hit by a nuclear weapon. Really now, in that case, it may well be that this facility also bears a relation to the space program's true objective. Yes, perhaps it was even meant as a backup for the space base near this long lie. That is perfectly within reason. Should our speculations prove true, then that's where we'll find Agnes. And Professor Gramhart as well. I'm so over this! Just what the heck is that guy up to? This is way out of my pay grade, but whatever. When you're already in the deep, you might as well swim. Well, the presidential office is all the way across town Vantel district. Are we going, or aren't we? We are, but hold your horses. Huh? For what?
腹が減っては戦はできぬってな。手早く腹にたまるもんを頼んどいた。
皆さんの分もお願いしたので、よかったらぜひ。
Big look at the spread.
いきなり戻ってきて慌ただしいことこの上ねえが。まあ、何か。
We're gonna storm the presidential office.
うだうだ言うつもりはねえ。今夜のまかないも用意するから戻ってこいよ。
ああ、よろしく頼むぜ。
お腹を空かせて戻ってきます。
打ち上げ記念の特別メニューとかあるんだろ。酒と合わせて楽しみにしとくぜ。
ヨルダちゃんは少し心配だけど、顔色もちゃんといいみたいね。ただし朝も言ったけど無理しすぎないこと、約束できるわね。
わかったよ。改めてサンクス。
どういたしまして。エレインさんも付き添いありがとう。
いえいえ、彼女にはこちらも助けられましたし。
私とユメはこの後出かけるけど、何かあったら遠慮なく連絡してちょうだい。アニエスちゃんのお誕生日会もいつにするか早めに決めちゃいたいしね。
ああ、そうだな。
早ければ夕方くらいにはアニエスさん本人から聞けると思います。
決まり次第私もお手伝いさせていただきますので。
学生も含めたら結構な数になりそうだし、私も手伝わせてもらいますよ。
お、どうしたユメ？
なんでもない。どうせアニエスちゃんのプレゼントまだ決まってないんでしょ。 ユメが決めるの付き合ってあげるから、ちゃんと戻ってこないとダメだからね。
そいつは助かる。そんじゃその時はユメの自転車を車に乗せていくか。そろそろか。
バン君、すまない。何やら大変みたいだが、ちょっとだけ構わないか。
おい、アーロン。少しならいいぜ。ってそういや、
昨日のうちにイベントが終わったから、今朝の定期飛行船で戻ってきたんだ。実はこの後ポーレットたちと3区の打ち上げイベントに行くんだが、彼女とお父さんに許しをもらってね。今日僕が父親だって。
Hey, he's probably gonna go for it. I was kind of hoping he would.
やっぱり早すぎるかな。君はどう思
う？いいと思うぜ。しっかりやんな、チャンピオン。
He's gonna go for it. I was kind of hoping he would. Actually, I was really hoping he would. The guy fucking deserves it. I mean, he's put in the effort. He definitely deserves it. Deserves a chance. We're gonna steal the presidential office, huh? This is wonder how this is gonna shake out. $7:45 a.m. 7:45. Lyle? Shannon and Julian too? We did talk about our next move with Shasha, but weren't the rest of you headed to Long Lai? Sorry, it's just that we haven't been able to get in touch with Ren or Angus since last night. Sounds like you don't have a clue where they are either, though, so don't worry about it. Go enjoy yourselves in Long Lai.
それで3人で話し合って論来行きを見送ったんだ。僕たちにも何か手伝えることがあるんじゃないかと思ってさ。
で、私のところに問い合わせがあって、とりあえず来てもらったってわけ。多分、私がレンのことを放っておけないのと同じだろうから。
当たり前っすよ。アニエスちゃんとは学芸祭でも協力した仲ですし。
ライエルは実行委員じゃなかったじゃん。まあクラスメイトなのは確かだけどね。
人手が足りているなら邪魔はしないよ。でも必要なら遠慮なく言ってほしい。
This is a big sacrifice, pass up your educational visitations. Thanks, guys. So, what do you say, Vaughn? It ain't about to turn down the extra manpower. Should boost the odds of our game plan too. Hey, if they survived the boot camp I put them through that stage show, this should be a cinch. Happy to have you aboard, everyone. How are we gonna sneak into there? 2 security guards present. However, sensors indicate the presence of roughly 20 individuals, including soldiers in the surrounding area. Copy that. Just like you said, Bramati. Do you suppose we can follow through with our strategy discussed then? Doesn't seem like hacking the surveillance cams in the area will be a problem. Same goes for our setup point. Yeah, I think I can swing it. Probably. Here comes the second thoughts. My guilty conscience is choking what confidence I had. While your confliction is understandable, we implore you. Your involvement is instrumental in this mission. Won't you help, Mr. Detective, please? As if I could say no. Anything for Agnes and her little pals. Incorrigible as ever. Nevertheless, I believe this concludes our preparations. You move in at 12 p.m. on the dot, right? Right when the live coverage of the hour leading up to the launch begins. Yeah, that gives us some time to kill before then. Albert, do me a favor and run everyone else through the steps again. On it. Okay.
発射当日ですけど、バンタイユはそこまで人も多くないみたい。
I can't go anywhere, right? I'm stuck here. Yeah, I'm stuck here.
モニター車もねえしな。他の外区は相当集まってそうだが。
知った顔がいるかもしれねえ。声をかけて回ってもいいかもな。
I'm the key to the plan, I guess. I can't be hesitating. Inspector DeSwan is counting on me. I need to get this done. Calm now. There's no need to be nervous. With enough information and prep, anything can go well. And we have plenty of both. It'll be just fine. Alright. I'm counting on you, Bermati. I'm glad we were able to share the plan so easily. Your instructions were precise and efficient. That's our Albert for you. Nice going, Mr. New Student Council Prez. I only did what I was supposed to as the head of the Student Council. The real hard part starts now. I'll count on you guys, and Odette as well. Do the acting to them, and I'll get that fake footage past their security. We absolutely have to make this work. For both Agnes and Ren's sakes. We're counting on you guys. I understand the plan, but phew, I'm getting kind of nervous now. I'm sure it'll be fine as long as you act like yourself. By the way, is it really okay for you to be here, Julian? Yeah, I made some calls to let everyone know I'd be here staying a little bit longer. I need to be here for something like this, where the foundation of the world is shaking. That's what our instructors would do. Damn, what a line. Look at you, cool guy Julian. But yeah, no point in me being nervous now. I just gotta face this head on. Once everything calms down, we'll go to on that date I promised you. Don't forget, Shannon. Well, that's fine and all, but did you have to say that in front of the most death flag way possible? Hey, girl. Hey, man. What do you have to sell? I got all the books! I got all the books! They're all mine! Oh, I missed the recipe somewhere. And Mr. Pluto's Nova. Wonder where I fucking missed that at. Indeed, after this, I plan to attend the ceremony as scheduled. Then when I see the true intent of this plan, I intend to speak direct with the president. I see. Knowing you, Father, I'm sure you'll be fine. Thank you. That gives me more confidence. If I remember correctly, there was also holding a ceremony or crossbow. Is that right? Yes, although despite that, the consultant officials still don't know how much know about the launch. We do know that they scrambled the CGF and told them to stand by in case of an emergency. I believe that's significant, so I'm acting accordingly. The rest of my group is on standby too. I mean, so there are things we can look into in the meantime. You can continue to impress me. That said, the duty bearing the future cross rests on your shoulders. Please be careful. You too, Father. I don't recognize this ringtone, but if I had to guess. They're gonna be the Foundation's team on the other side. Where's Orion? Hey, it's Yona! My guy! Ah, the Pizza-holic Geekazoid kid. Yeah, I've heard the stories. Your video feed ain't coming through. That thanks to network restrictions that set up around Edith. Oh, so you already know. That speeds things along. Wait, people call me what? What, you were really wrong? First off, I'm already 18. Second, well, the rest of it's pretty spot on, but still. Guess Calvar's most famous Spriggan really is on all he's all cracked up to be. The info brokers can't get enough of you these days. Not the sort of intention you'll jump for joy about. Anyway, the Ninth Domain finally opened or something? Oh, right. And you wouldn't believe how much of a slog it was. Not all far from the society. Novartis? You might have the personality of a garbage can, but his genius is the real deal. One catch, though. We got a report from Orion. Apparently, the deepest part of the domain has been some insane protections walling it off, so clearing that place is pretty much impossible. You'd basically be making the trip or nothing, apart from some halfway decent training, maybe. Got it. I'll take that into account.
君たちがこの先、第9領域に入っても、その採用は完全に封じられている。ノバルティス博士が深淵領域のデータを最終解析するために引きこもったからね。だが、財団の手伝いは必要だろうが、それを使えば禁忌の扉は開くだろう。
All told, though, we might try poking around anyway. Whatever floats your boat. Whoops, almost forgot. Turns out our chief was collaborating with Orion's crew on a little side project. They set up avatars for all the strike team members who are outside the capital right now, since they won't be able to connect to the Garden. Of course, they still won't show up in the sanctum or whatever, that lobby thing you guys got. But they can be deployed inside the actual domains, but with any changes or updates sent to the real-world counterparts in their background. Just another implementation for you to thank us about. How the fuck does that work? Serious? Oh, damn, Crossbow's branch foundation of the foundation really doesn't miss a trick. That make the workshop decryption service usable as is too. Yeah, their avatars should be able to handle that, no problem. Oh, one more thing. We added a new account slot. Kitty's newest junior comes with her catches, but at least we can trust her on some level. Probably. Yeesh. Even with their overall players, he and Ren are still overworking behind those closed doors. Heard and heard, thanks for the heads up. Oh, and tell Chief Plato I said hi too. Sure, why not? I'll let you know if there's any updates on our end. Don't go screwing up out there. Hey. No, however, with the innermost seal fully clearing the domain is not possible at present, non-boss related stage results will still be evaluated. Why not? Let's just check it out. I got time to evaluate it. See this 9th domain for myself. Imagine my surprise here, you'd be jumping in on our end of the field. Yorda's here!
一人待機なのも微妙にだるいし、前に守護者を引き受けたのでオーダーは終わってるしね。勇者パーティー側のロールでログインするのは変な感じだけど。
Well, like you said, it's hardly much of a jump from our actual arrangement. I look forward to your added assistance, Miss Eldarian.
はいはい。猫の手くらいは貸すよ。
It's not like we didn't already know, but the fact all the others are out of the capital is really hitting home right now. Hitting home now. With so many of us missing, this place just feels big and empty all of a sudden. We'll have them in avatar form while storming the place at least, but it definitely won't be the same. And Shizo's ducked out again, too, by the looks of it. This goes to show how much everything's coming to a head, space program or otherwise. Indeed, though it does little to change our course of action. There's good training to be had here, so we should try and progress as far as we can manage. Crushing whatever annoying plans the prop has would make it easier to focus on things on site too. Sure that. Let's get to chipping away then. Going forward, Ree and Kevin's group have reached the climax of the scenarios will not appear in the sanctum. In addition to participating in clearing domains, Altina, Lapis, and Toe will provide their usual service in avatar form. Okay. I've seen all yours costumes! Ooh. Conquer the garden! The final floor. Well, sounds about right. So what happens if I actually get over there?
アバターを残してくださったとはいえ、少しばかり寂しい気がいたしますね。
こっちも立て込んでいる状況だ。とっとと片付けちまいたいところだが。
幻想使いと言霊使いが残した言葉もある。油断できないわね。
人の目論み改めてくじくためにも十分に警戒していくとしよう。
Okay. Yorda, where you at, girl? Costumes I get. That's it. Towel or her lightweight. Let's go with her lightweight. Alright. I should probably bang this out real quick. There we go. Decent amount of XP though for right now. I mean, the levels are from like 62, like what, 67? Might be a good place to level up here a little bit. Alright. I just want to see what happens when I get to the very end. Probably nothing will happen. They'll probably throw me out when I move. Oh, damn. I meant to whittle him down. Oh. Hey guys. Alright. Oops. Wait. Alright, what happens when I go to the next field? Celine's cloth. Ooh, hello. Okay. So what happens when I go over here? Talk the boss stage? What the heck is that? It's the wall. A black wall? What else we could call it? It appears quite durable. Almost as though it was made of diamond. And what's more, there isn't a single seam in its data to be found. Always with the "you shall not pass" crap. Feels like a terminal case of not knowing when to quit. You're probably spot on about that, actually. This must be Professor Wrinkleface's delusions in physical form. Information density is bonkers. Trying to bust through would be a losing game, even for my shadows. Let's just leave it alone for now, then. But who wants to record as much detailed data as possible about this wall, starting with the coordinates? Right, then we can get in touch with Yona from the Foundation and pass it along. The Guardian's detected. Great Garten not in operation, temporarily suspended. Huh. I'll be back. I'll be back for that. Oh, well, that was short-lived. All right. Well, I guess I shouldn't. I guess I should have expected that, to be honest. Option to create enhanced weapons. Onyx steel. Ooh. Skip all.
これで万全ですね。ようこそ準備をしましょうか。ご注文をどうぞ。
I've got 3 onyx steels. I want Vaughn's. I want. Who else do I want? I want Shizuna. Well. There's so many weapons to get. There's so many weapons. Obviously, I'm gonna go for Altina. She deserves it. I guess I could go for Shizuna too, because I like Shizuna. I wonder how you would get more on. Can you get onyx steels from this now? Probably not, right? Oh, you do get onyx steels from here. Oh, nice. Well, let's see if I get any more. Let's see, what do I don't get? More of these fucking things. Inner. What the fuck's this? I don't think I've seen this one before. Blade crest? I get a single onyx steel! It's legit. Ah, there's onyx steel. Sweet, I got 2 of them. Did I get more? Or is that it? That's probably it, right? Oh no, there are 3! Goliath. Sweet! I got more! I got 5! Arts damage. I think I've gotten that one before, haven't I? Okay, so I got some more onyx steels. I can get some new equipments. Let's go with Mr. Rain. Where's Mr. Rain at? And then I'm not quite sure. Who do I want? Fairy? Why not? Agnes is really lagging behind and shit. I'll buy this because she's like kind of like lagging behind in like everything. Who else do I want? Ren, obviously. Yorda? I like Yorda. Can I upgrade them? Oh, I need 2 Onyx Seals to upgrade them. Oh, shit. Well, it gives me motivation to farm the garden, I guess, right? That's a big boost in your stuff, so absolutely. Alright, I think that's all I can do for right now. Yep. Alright. I'm gonna wrap it up here. When we come back, we will storm the presidential office, because that's what we gotta do next. So, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you then. Later.